Hi, it's Luke Bowman here and welcome to my new lesson video for Want Me Back by Cody Fry featuring Cory Wong. Or in this case, Cory Wong featuring Cody Fry, as I've taken it from the new live album that's just been released. If you haven't checked out Cody's music, give it a go. There's some great stuff on there. He's a fantastic singer, songwriter and piano player. Cory made a guest appearance on this track a couple of years ago. With Cory having just released a live album featuring this song, I thought I'd give that one a go for you. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you who've subscribed. I've just passed the 1,000 subscribers mark, which is great news. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the button. And please also share with your friends, family, colleagues, so we can get as many subscribers as possible. Okay, so in the video, we're going to look through the various parts of the song on the live album. I will explain any of the differences between the live album and the original track. I've kind of covered the piano intro on guitar because I thought it sounded quite nice and just something different to learn. I've also had a go at transcribing the solo that Cory does on the live record.
I know I was a fool to think that you would wait for me. Why did I let you go? But I can't help but find your picture one more time to see. No, I didn't think I needed your love, but you're the only one that I've been thinking of. I'll do anything to get back your love. Said that you want me, said that you want.
Very similar to the original. There are some differences, but I'll explain that during the video. If you do like the video, please hit the like button. You can also check me out on Instagram and Facebook, where there's sometimes some different material. You can also send me messages through there if you have any questions or requests for future videos. Okay, let's get zoomed in and start the lesson. The good news is this is one of the easier Cory Wong songs to play. In terms of the notes that we're playing, at least rhythmically, there's still a lot going on. Let's have a look at the intro. So the first bar, kind of like an intro pickup bar, is octaves. So for this part I am actually plucking. I'm not using my plectrum, I've got it ready for when we get funky in a minute. Starting off 7th fret on your A, 9th fret on your G, so 2 E's, 2 G's, 5th fret D, 8th fret on your B, and then up to the 7th fret on your D and your 10th fret on your B string. I'm plucking it, you could strum it if you wish. Okay, next bar we have a C major 7 chord. 10th fret on your D, 9th fret on your G, 8th fret on your B, 7th fret on your top E. What you can do is add the bass note, the C, down here. So you're kind of muting the A string and then strumming the whole thing. Just fills it out a bit better. But that's not easy to get to. There's 2 ways you could do it. You can either hit it straight away, or the way I've transcribed it is to put those notes down first and then hit the bass note. Just slightly easier from going. Next chord is an A minor 7. So open A, 7th fret on your D, 5th fret on your G, 8th fret on your B string. And then we move to kind of an E minor. So bottom open, bottom E string, 5th fret on your D and on your B. Move up to the 7th fret, and then kind of E minor chord up here, 9th fret, 9th fret, 8th fret, all the time leaving that E ringing. Then we'll go to B minor. So 7th fret on your bottom E, 9th fret on your D string, and then 7th fret on your G and B strings. It's a barred. I'm actually fingering like this. And then leaving the bottom 2 notes ringing out, the 9th fret on your G, 8th fret on your B. And and then move up, keeping your 2nd and your 4th fingers up to the 10th and 11th. Put your 1st finger on the 9th fret of your D string. And then back to that whole bar. And then we're hitting a, I guess is a C sus2 or C sus9, depending on how you want to call it. It's basically C major chord. Take off your 5th fret on the B string. 3, 5, 5, 3, 3. And then exactly the same, but you take your 1st finger off the A string and hit the open A. There's an A minor 11 chord. And then up to your E chord up here, E minor. Take all your fingers off to the bar on the 7th fret. This is all on your D, G and B. And then back on. And then back to that B minor that we did earlier. Exactly same as the bar we did before. And then again we hit the C sus2 chord. And then we're doing a B dominant 7, B7 sus4. 2nd fret on your A, 4th fret on your D, 2nd fret there barred on your G string, 5th fret on your B string. Then you drop your 4th finger down to the 4th fret to give us B7. Back up to the 5th, and then your top, and then 2nd fret on your top E string. So to this chord, which is an E minor 7, bottom E, string open, 4th fret on your G string, 3rd fret on your B string, 3rd fret on your top E. And then the final chord, D11 again, open D string, 5th fret on your G and B, and then 3rd fret on your top E. Okay, let's have a look at the next section. Okay, the next section is where Cory comes in, playing the riff. Plays it here, it also kind of plays during the chorus section as well. If we break it down and have a look at it, what I would say is that because this is live, Cory is very much riffing on this. A few times he's hitting extra notes, a few times he's hitting extra scratches. What I would suggest is learning it how I've written it and then start playing around with it yourself. Okay, so that first bar, there is an 8th note rest and then we come in with a scratch and then 7th fret. So downstroke scratch, upstroke 7th fret on your G and B. This part is all on your G and B, and then up to the 9th and 8th frets on your G and B. Hit that twice, and then back to the 7th fret. So, and there's a rest, and then 9th and 8th again, 9th and 8th again, another rest, 7th fret, and then back to the 9 and 8 after a rest. So, you can almost hear me putting some scratches in there. My hand is still going up and down to keep that kind of 16th note rhythm going. As I said, sometimes Cory's hitting the scratches, sometimes he's not, which is where I've kind of indicated the rest. It doesn't really matter as long as you're getting those notes in the right place and accenting them. What I would say in that bit where we have the dotted 8th note, you can hear Cory's putting quite a bit of vibrato on that. Okay, into the next bar, 4 scratches. 9, 8, 9, 8 twice, down to the 7th, back to the 9, 8, and then we jump up to the 12th fret. You can play it, bar it. I tend to do it with my 3rd and 4th fingers. So still on your G and B string, 12th fret, down to the 7th fret, and then back up to the 9, 8 again. Make sure you're looking at those scratches and the rests to get the rhythm right and play it along. If you do have an app to slow things down, it really helps while you're getting it, playing it up to speed, and then you can work it slowly, building it up. So that bar Put the two bars together. So that is what I can hear Cory playing on the live track. Listening to the original Cody Fry track with his band Dynamo, he has two guitarists playing for them. One of them, I believe, is actually playing it slightly different how Cory's playing. I believe he is playing first bar is the same, second bar, the first half of the second bar is the same, but instead of going up the 12th fret, I believe he is going so from the 9-8 to 9-10, and then 7th fret on your B and E strings to the 7th fret, to the 7th fret on your G and B, back to the 9-8. Looking at the video, that seems to be what his hand's doing. He's certainly not moving up here, and it fits with what the other guy is playing, which is down here. So rhythm, the same, but instead of the double stops up there, we're playing 5th fret on your D string, down to the 4th fret on your D string, back to the 5th. And then the 2nd and 4th frets on your G string, back to the D string. So it's all implying the same chord, which is like an E minor, to a D major, over the F sharp, back to the E minor, and then this bit kind of like an A to a B minor. So I think that's how they're playing it on the original Cody Fry video. When Cory comes in, there's actually three. If you look at the video, he's playing something up here, which I believe is something like, which is just another inversion of the E minor to D. I'm not exactly sure what he's playing over the A and the B, could be. Okay, that riff repeats a few times. There are some slight variations that you can get from the tablature. Keep that right hand going, keep the scratching going, and accenting those notes when they come along. Remembering to put a bit of vibrato when you have those longer notes. That is that section. It then comes back again in the chorus, as I've mentioned, fairly similar. At the beginning of the song though, the way it ends, the last bar starts the same as the others. Scratch, 7th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, 8th fret. And then there's a bar's rest as the drums come in. And then we move into the next section, which is the overdriven rhythm part. First bar, so 5, 6, 7 on your A string, and 5th on your D, back to the 7th on your A string. And then 5th fret, 2 rests, rest, there's 2 scratches and a note. So the whole bar. Doesn't matter if you're hitting some scratches in between those rests. As I've mentioned, I'm sure Cory is playing it different each time he plays it. Main thing is you're hitting those accented notes to give it the same feel. So the next bar, 2 scratches and a 5. A rest, 2 5s, 2 scratches is the first half, so. And then 5 again, and a rest and a scratch. And a 5, 2 scratches, 5, 7, all on your A string, so. And then the next part starts, it's the same as the previous bar, but we've got a couple of scratches at the beginning. Next bar starts the same, but then we hit 5, 7 on your E string and an open E string. So that bar. Next bar starts the same, but then down to the 2nd fret and the 4th fret. And Next bar, 5th fret twice, 4th fret, all of this on your A string, rest, 2nd fret, 4th fret, slide up, grace note from the 4th to the 5th, back to the 4th, 2nd, few scratches, and then hit the 7th. So that whole phrase sounds like this. Very funky. Next bar is the same as the first bar. And then we go into 2 bars of 6/4, is how I've written it out at least. There's basically 12 beats in this section. It makes more sense to me to split it 6/4, 6/4 rather than 3 bars of 4/4 in terms of where the accents fall and how it's played. So it starts off pretty much the same, 2 scratches and then a 5th fret on your A. Rest, 5th fret twice, 2 scratches, 5th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, 10th fret, 7th fret. So you do need to play along with this because it's a bar with 6 beats in it, which we're not used to playing. And the next bar, also in 6/4, is very similar to the bars we played before. It's just extended by 2 beats. That riff kind of repeats a few times. It's all written out in the tablature for you to have a look at. The last time we play through it, so after the, we go to a C major 7 chord. 3rd fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret and 3rd fret. Having seen some live videos of this, I don't think Cory actually plays this, he drops out. It's just the keyboards, but I've left it in. Just so you can have a play along with it. Then we hit that B7 sus4 chord we played earlier, and then add on the 2nd fret on your E string, back to the 5th fret, and then the B dominant 7. So dropping that 4th finger down to the 4th fret, back up to the 5th fret, and the 2nd fret on your top E. Then to the E minor 7 we played earlier. And then it's pretty much I've tabbed this like this. It's basically a big D power chord. So 5th fret on your A, 7th fret on your D, 7th fret on your G, 10th fret on your B. Bit of a stretch. If you just go, still sounds good. Just adding that as an extra. And then we're into that section for the chorus. I haven't tabbed all that out, I've just put a couple of bars in there to let you know that it's gone back into that. Pretty much the same all the way through that chorus section. So have a listen to it and play along with it. Okay, after that chorus section there's a bit of a drum break. I haven't tabbed this out again, it's just power chords. So D up to an E. 5th fret on your A, 7th fret on your D, up to the 7th fret and the 9th fret. And it goes to down to a C, and then back to the... All the while the drummer is having a lot of fun. And then we go into the solo section. I'm going to go pretty quickly through this. Cory's using a wah-wah pedal on it. It sounds really cool. However, for transcribing it, it makes it a little difficult. The way the filter works on the wah-wah, there's a lot of harmonics, a lot of different things going on there. So I've tried to get the notes as well as possible. You can play it without a wah-wah. It's a pretty cool little solo, mostly using the E minor pentatonic scale. I'll just quickly go through the notes. In terms of the rhythm, Cory's playing it very loose and very fast in places. Again, what I'd recommend is have a look at the notes and play along with the record. Slow it down if you can, if you have an app that allows you to do that, and then build up the speed on it. Okay, the first bar, mostly based around the E minor pentatonic scale up here, which I'm assuming you're aware of. If not, there'll be thousands of videos on YouTube showing you that shape. But we're starting off with bends at the 14th fret. And we're bending it up a whole tone to the B. And we're doing that 4 times, pretty much on the beat. And then pulling off 14th down to the 12th, and then down to the 14th on your D string. So there's bends all on your G string. Bit of a triplet feel going on here for the next couple of bars with this. So hammering on from your 12th to the 14th fret. Kind of a triplet 16th note. And down to the 14th fret. 12th fret twice, 14th fret. And then he repeats that phrase a number of times. 6 times, I think, into the next bar. But because that phrase is only covering 3 16th notes, the triplet's covering 2 16th notes. You're basically playing 3 notes in the space of 2 16ths. That's what the triplet is. And then another 16th note. Because of that rhythm, it gives it a different feel each time he's playing it, because you're hitting a different subdivision of the beat. So it sounds pretty cool. It's quite common in blues and in rock. It's a very good thing to use yourself if you kind of have that kind of pattern. Playing it, instead of playing it 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, play 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1. Kind of, when you hear it played along with the beat, it sounds pretty cool. Okay, so you play that 6 times, and then 12 14 on your G, bending up, whole tone again, hitting the 15th fret on your B string. That happens 3 times. Again, listen to the rhythm on the record, it's slightly different each time. Next part, nice little run down the E minor pentatonic scale. So 14, pull off to the 12th, back up to the 14th fret, across to the 14th on your D, back up to the 12th, to the 14th on your D again. And then grace note kind of hammer on, a very quick hammer on from the 12th to the 14th, off to the 12th, up to the 14th, up to the 12th, and then finish off 14, 12. I've tabbed this down to the 10, 12, 10, back up to the 12th fret on your bottom E, and then we're going back up, 10th fret, 12th fret, sliding up to the 14th fret on your A, 12th fret on your D, 14th fret on your A, 14th fret on your D, back to the 14th fret. So the first half of that bar. And then we got 12th fret on your D, 14th fret on your D, 12th fret, 14th fret on your G string, bending up again, full tone, from the 14th fret, and then hitting your 15th fret again on your B. Next part, we have a bit of repetition going on, another kind of 3-note phrase, but he's playing it over and over, so it's kind of moving where it is in the beat. Difficult exactly to hear how he's playing this with the wah, but I believe it's something like this. So 15th fret, bending up a half step, and hitting the 15th fret on your B. So 15th fret on your G, bend up half step, it's not like that. You can definitely hear it could be played, but I believe he's bending it. So I think he plays that about 8 times. Again, if you've got the accent with the wah-wah pedal, it sounds really cool when you're doing that. Takes you through to kind of the middle of the next bar, and then we finish with a little lick, 14, 12, 14, so down to the 14th on your D, 12th on your G, 13th on your G, so the major third, and then up to your 16th, 15th on your B, back to the 16th on your G, and then slide up 15th to the 17th. So, and then the next bar, some pull-offs and hammer-on between the 17th and the 15th fret on your B string. And then up to the 19th fret. Next bar, we're bending up from the 17th fret up a full tone. So up to that F sharp. 17th fret, pull off to the 15th fret, 15th fret again, bend that up 3 times. So. Okay, then we go into a bit of a crazy part. I haven't actually seen the video for this song, so I've kind of had to assume what he's doing here. Something he does in quite a few of his solos with the wah-wah pedal, very much like a tremolo kind of picking. And he kind of does it round about here. Put it as 32nd notes. Whether that's exactly right or not, I don't know, but I believe he's playing octaves. So we're starting, after those bends, for the 12th fret and the 15th fret on your D and B strings for a beat, and then we go up to the 14th and the 17th. But with the tremolo picking, that kind of effect, because we then go 3 times. The octave pattern on your D and your B strings, it's from the 17th and 20th, 16th and 19th, 14th and 17th, 12th and 15th. It's kind of melodies. With the picking, it doesn't sound great without the wah-wah. It sounds pretty horrible without the wah-wah, but when you've got the wah-wah going crazy as well, it kind of gives that effect that you can hear on the record. We then keep on moving down the scale, so down to the 13th and the 10th for a beat, down to the 19th and the 12th, 7th and the 10th, 8th and the 5th, so. Excuse my tremolo picking, it's not very good. Something for you to practice, something for me to practice. Then, carry on down. So basically we're just coming down the scale. The minor scale, the G major scale. And then we're finishing off 7th fret on your A, 9th fret on your G, down to the 5th and the 7th. And then back up a beat on the 7th and the 9th. And we finally finish the tremolo picking. So have a listen to the record for that bit and have a look at the tablature and see if you can figure out exactly what he's doing there with the wah-wah pedal. But it's quite hard to replicate what he's doing there, but give it a go. Or come up with your own ideas, which is what it's all about ultimately. Okay, we then finish off with a little lick to end the solo. 5th fret up to the 7th fret, 10th fret up to the 12th fret, all on your A string. And then I believe we're bending up that 12th fret up to that B, and then we're actually hitting the B on the 9th fret of your D string. Hammer on the 12th, pull off the 9th, still on your D string. Then the 12th fret, slide up to the 14th. This next part, again, with the wah-wah going on, it's all going a bit crazy towards the end of the solo. It's hard to make it out exactly what he's playing. It sounds a bit like initially bending up that 14th fret to the 11th, or another way of playing it would be down here. But then I believe the next part is a bend 14th fret. You're bending up 2 strings on your D and your G. You're bending them both up almost a full tone. It's quite a dissonant sound if you listen to it on the record with the wah-wah, and it's not easy to do. You need a lot of strength in your hands to give it as much vibrato as possible. And then we're ending 14th fret, fully bent up, bend it down, hitting the 15th fret on your top E. And there's also a G ringing out there, so the octave. So it could be. And that's the end of the solo. Song then goes back into the chorus section through to the end. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully with the transcription you can work it out, but if you have any questions do let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.